can expect Team Indonesia to shut them down early on. And if Philippines don't hold their ground, they're gonna be defeated so easily by Indonesia.
Yep, that's right. So I guess for Team Philippines, they really need to win the early game for this Lancelot to be activated early on for this game. But again, it's Team Indonesia versus Team Philippines. We've mentioned and discussed this earlier that this series is really important for teams for the winning situation in order for them to go for the playoffs. Here again for Flap TZ on his mashup. We mentioned earlier that he is really good for the skill. Oh, he steals it actually. And I guess for Indonesia, that's actually delayed for them. He goes in under the turret, guys. What's good?
Smart.
Was it be life? Yep, that's so smart.
That was smart because technically he is invulnerable in a way. That was very nice timing coming out from Flat TZ. Taking advantage of that, how do I say this? That was a buff on the Masha before, when we are seeing just the regeneration of life from the Masha is just so easy. Now Team Indonesia, unfortunately, they weren't able to read what Team Philippines wants to do in the early stages of the game, and Team Philippines are now leading by about 400. When it comes to XP, they're leading by a lot. In fact, they're leading by more than 1,000. And with that kill, Team Philippines have cemented the fact that the early game is theirs.
That's actually a nice rotation coming from Team Philippines. You could see them getting all the buff. We have Revo with that violet buff together with the Lancelot. So it is actually a delay for Team Indonesia right here. We know that carry needs to be really funneled for Team Indonesia. So I guess they should actually defend or actually time those buffs for them to be able to get all those. But again, another kill here for Team Philippines. It's gonna be 2-0 for them. Nice rotation, nice aggressiveness. They have the PNK. They have the PNK for their enemy team, and then they're actually negating it early on for this game. And in the middle, that's too deep, and it's gonna be a kill for Philippines here. Carl TZ now on level 5 as compared to the carry who has 1 death for Team Indonesia, still at level 4.
Now, you can see they want to go for more. They take them down. The problem with Popol and Koopa is that it's so weak when it's just level 2 or level 3. Without the ultimate, it's so easy to pick him apart. Now, in comes the Lancelot. Carl TZ with the power play gets the Esmeralda down. Just a number. That's the carry trying to go for a kill, but with the outplays from both Carl TZ as well as Lusty, they are able to run away, not punished by the carry at all. Philippines gets more out of the early game that they've already won. It's 5-0, 3 minutes in, and you cannot ask for a better start for Team Philippines now.
Yep, actually for Team Philippines, this is a really good start. This is a one hell of a gap in terms of gold. So I guess for Team Indonesia, all they need to do is to protect the carry, or else it'll be difficult for them or hard for them to get this one. But here on the top lane, it's gonna be 3 players. We have the flicker out for Rich Shaya, but Lusty is there for the crowd control and secured kill by Philippines against Indonesia. 6-0 is the score. No kill yet coming from Team Indonesia. I guess they're having a hard time with this kind of aggressiveness we are seeing from Philippines.
To the bottom though, they want to go for Flat TZ, trying to burst him down. The control is there. Flat TZ kind of turns it around, and it's already job well done from himself, because now Carl TZ will be able to clean up. Oh, what a jump from Lusty, catching 2. Atlas on to the Lancelot, will be able to punish him, but in the end, the trade-off is still bad for Indonesia as they will lose Siko. That is 4-2 Philippines, securing that better trade-off. Although maybe the only good thing about this is that Rimo and Lusty was the final ones to survive, but with that stun of the Rich Jaya, it's technically a wipeout from Team Philippines. 11-2 is the scoreline, with a lot of gold in the back for the Filipino squad.
We're actually liking the gameplay of Philippines right now. They're ready for the backup whenever one player coming in from their team is actually not in a good position.
Indonesia is 6th. That's 2 levels ahead. And I tell you, that is so massive, because that's actually equivalent to 1 extra item when you think about the damage output for the rest, the entirety of Philippines. And Cartesi is so confident that he will dive reach Jaya. There's the one Moon. What a timing from the Cartesi. He's not gonna be able to take this. Oh, Milagris. Don't poke the Lancelot. You can be taken out by Cartesi if you overstay. And Team Philippines are able to get the third up top.
Nonetheless, for Cortese, the damage is there. We can see the 3 lines out of here coming in from the Tiger's Rage. Last inside per hand. Not enough damage. Here comes the hog and the kill by Few onto the stabs, on the silence. So we could see the aggressiveness really by Team Philippines. They are mad. They're so mad for this game. They need to win this game. It's going to be a killing spree for Lusty. And the zone out is just there for Philippines. When this is happening in the bottom lane, there's going to be a kill. Cortese is down, but then again, another play is down, and actually Rich Jai is down for Team Indonesia. I'm just guessing, Team Philippines, they really don't want this carry to get fat because they're just all over the place. Cortese, without the help of other players, just tries to kill any of the heroes that he is seeing on the map.
Landing that stun. And many times his stuns were crucial, but Lusty's jumps though were crucial as well. Catches two, but the fatal link for the counter. He gives the Falling Stormer as well. Flat easy in trouble, but he gets away. Still really healthy at this point. He's about to be chased down though by Team Indonesia. Loses 2 of his HP bars. And Team Philippines will be running away with that, even with the very close call when it comes to initiations. Nobody died. But the immortality gonna be popped. That's Rimo lands another stun onto him. There's the trap. He survives. But while that happened, Philippines secured the turtle. Lusty with another bush jump now. He will cancel it. How good was that? So many clutch moments from Philippines with their Selena as well as their Kufra, Chantel.
Yeah, you know, Wolf, I just want to commend Rebo's abyssal arrows here and even the placement of his traps. Just a slow effect is making it difficult for Indonesia on this game. You can see the fatal licks though, it catches two. We have the Falling Stormer. Plus the last inside of it though, here comes Baptizzi with the kill. Lusty is there for the crowd control. Double kill for the Masha on Team Philippines. And see that? Just a single Thornton throws coming from this Lancelot, and the massive damage is really being shown here by Philippines against Indonesia. For Indonesia though, the map control is really getting smaller. The map for their map is really getting small. For the carry, he's just relying for the minion waves here that's flowing onto their side. And again, another aggression here and a kill for Philippines. 73 for a score.
This is really bad for Indonesia. Even Popple and Koopa, I mean, the Wolf is not having a good time. In fact, Rimo is not preserving his stuns. Now look at that! No more Firago armor! But just one pop! Now Cartesi goes in! Takes down the Popple and Koopa! Now they jump for more! They can't get the Esmeralda and they will! Lancelot is down as well as Masha. Very good shutdown coming up from Indonesia as they take out 2 cores from the overly aggressive Team Philippines side. And that's definitely a mistake from Team Philippines, even if they were able to get 2 important kills against Team Indonesia. This is not the time to dive overly against their opponent.
Yeah. I actually like the word overly because that was dangerous for Philippines. Knowing
That's
that this Team Indonesia has the carry for the DPS. We could see Rebo actually for the map mission. Here he goes a flicker for the PNK, and they are not able to actually get Rebo of Team Philippines. For Team Indonesia though, we could see the light in terms of team fight. The fatal links of Zico is just there. He gets, I guess, 3 or 4 players in terms of team fight. They just need this carry to go online, or maybe the export with the glowing one, or even the ice queen one. But then again, Lusty comes in for the job. The aggressiveness is just there. While this is happening, Philippines is taking the objective, and Vivo with the damage. Magic that all fatal links catches 2. Shut down here. Rimo is down, Lusty is down, but here comes 3 players of Team Philippines. No, they're gonna back away. It's difficult for them, or it's sketchy for them to just go in and go for a team fight.
I'm actually surprised that Team Indonesia are able to get 2 kills, but I guess Team Philippines with their supports, Lusty and Rimo, technically speaking, are supports for the team, not the cores of Philippines. They were happy to sacrifice themselves just so the horse will be able to get the Lord. And I think that's very important for Philippines because they don't necessarily want a perfect record when it comes to kills and deaths. It's okay to sacrifice some kills for the bigger objective, which is definitely the Lord. Now, it's going to be a problem for Indonesia to defend. Fortunately for them, Philippines is not yet ready to fight because the rest of the supports are still respawning and getting back into the fray. But this might be a different case now, Chantel.
Yeah, but actually for Team Philippines, they already have the super minions here. Although for Flap TZ, I want to say that he's one bit of a runner here for this game. He literally runs, but Indonesia isn't able to kill him. But then again, if here's going to be a team fight, guys. On the middle side, Immortality has been popped. TZ is on the middle lane, killing out Hen, which is damage, guys. But it is down, damage to the third. He's down!
Because they popped the sticker before walking. That's unfortunately to his demise. Another kill. Double kill for Popol and Koopa as Philippines are getting ahead of themselves. They have lost so many heroes in the past few minutes and they weren't able to take down an inhibitor turret. They are not respecting Team Indonesia that much. And that's something that Philippines should be looking towards. Oh, carry with a nice secure on that orange buff. I just want to say, Chantel, though, the Team Philippines needs to respect Indonesia more because the track record of Team Indonesia in this specific tournament is almost always about comebacks. And
Yeah.
being able to come back from larger deficits than this one, right? So Philippines, they need to kind of chill a bit, maybe wait for the next Lord, not die unnecessarily against Indonesia, and close this game out.
Yep, and speaking of comebacks, guys, we know that Carry is a good hero for the comeback. So I guess for the Team Philippines, they should be mindful of the errors or actually the tower dives they're getting here for Indonesia. Although Hen is down, guys, for Team Indonesia. And speak of which, again, another man down. We have Flap TZ here, the varsity of Team Philippines with this Masha. Oh, he's down! He's down, guys, with a mega kill for the carry. And this is kind of dreadful for Philippines. If this carry gets fat with a bloodless axe, I guess it will be difficult for them to get rich child. Faithless catches three, guys. Lassie is almost down. We are low on life, but the missile arrow catches the carry, which stops or actually saves Lassie for the death.
It's really smart coming off from Rich Giant to actually commit the Falling Star Moon just to clear out the minion wave. That prompted Team Philippines to be quite out of position because they needed to dodge that Falling Star Moon, which was just targeted on the minion wave. And like we said, that fatal next from Rich Giant. From Chico, let's see. He did have to commit the flicker though, so he had to use that. That means the Team Philippines might feel more secure in the next team fight because they'll be safe for a minute against that flicker into the fatal links initiation coming out from the Atlas.
Yep, but actually, we saw earlier on the screen the itemization. Actually, the gold of Carry, he is now on the top in terms of gold. So I guess for Team Philippines, they need to decrease the errors here for this game. This is a carry we're talking about. For Team Philippines, though, they're just diving against Team Indonesia. But again, it's going to be a lot of team fight here. We have the flicker up for few. Lassie is on the side. So Lord has been taken here by Team Philippines, but Rimo is down with the hands of this carry. Few is running for his life. Flap TZ though, just taking MMRs just over, but the fatal legs catches two core heroes, but Cortese is there. Cortese is there against Rich Chaya. He has no skills. He has no skills.
Oh, it's a disaster now. The last remaining person for Philippines is Lusty, and he will be taken out soon. Doesn't have any more or immortality or any immortality in that manner, so they will be wiped out. Fortunately for Philippines, Cortese was able to last hit the Lord, so that it will be underside, and in fact, Hen will have to commit the last insanity just to take this one down. Note that the deficit for Team Philippines between Team Indonesia is now down to just 6,000. And we were talking about this, the comeback can be real for Team Indonesia. They call a different team the Comeback Kings, but with what Indonesia has been doing
They
in the
are.
past few days. They are the comeback kings, at least for Razer Sea Invitational.
Yeah, man, for Team Philippines, I'm guessing that this is the second wasted Lord objective. Actually, for the first Lord, they went in for the dive even before the Lord comes in to support them, just to go for the inhibitor turret. So I guess for Philippines, they need to be mindful in terms of the team fight. For that last clash, though, I'm guessing that Team Philippines targeting was a bit scattered. Two players were on this side of the map. The others are just here. So for Team Indonesia, they have this edge already because they're just relying on the carry. They just need to protect the carry, and that's it. That's already good for them. They have the PNK, and the longer this game goes, this PNK just really has the item in terms of being sustainable in longer in the team fight. So I guess for Team Indonesia, this is a light for them to turn things around, because the longer this game goes, the more opportunity for them for this carry to go online, or even this PNK to be the tanky hero that they want to.
And see now Team Philippines are kind of moving around the jungle area of Team Indonesia, which is good because they're kind of checking down or taking away some of the buffs from Team Indonesia. Bottom lane, the pressure from the Masha. This is actually a problem for Indonesia. If Black TZ plays his how do I say this, plays his cards right, he's gonna be able to push easily. But Black TZ instead went for high and dry. What we normally see from the Masha is the mage killer, but he went for execute as well as the high and dry, which means that he kind of wants to focus on taking down his opponents instead of the usual like jungle big minions or things to the turret.
Yeah. I guess for Indonesia, this is a big opportunity for them to actually win this game. We've seen Team Philippines, I guess, for the 10-minute of this game, which is really up ahead for this game. And for the players of Indonesia, majority of them already has the immortality. For Team Philippines, it's a bit scary for them knowing that they have the Selena, which goes for the burst. If the missile arrow goes in and he dives for a kill, it is hard for him to go outside that initiative that he has gone through. So Indonesia, they just need to be patient. They have Seiko that is really... Oh, what a steal! By Rimo, that was the pistol arrow actually getting that orange bomb against the carry. That is the edge. That is crucial. We have the Lord here. Philippines is getting ready for that, and this carry doesn't have the orange buff.
This is a problem now for Indonesia because this is Masha. Unless they get a miracle steal, it could be good. Now just jumping forward, there's a fatal link just on to Black TZ. Trouble, whatever. Coming out from Team Indonesia's Bobble Goodbye, and they are able to take out Black TZ. Can they get more though? AoE damage from Philippines is actually hurting Indonesia with some micromanagement in there. They have taken out the Kufra. And now Philippines, since they didn't have you in that fight, they didn't have extra tankiness, and Rich Jaya finds Rimo, and they take him down. Top lane, there's Carl TZ. In comes the last insanity, gonna be punished this time. He runs away, Hen cannot reach him in time. So he gets away. Now Q jumping in the fray. This is 2v1. He was trying to micro out both of them, but unfortunately, Team Indonesia, they're wiser in this specific clash. And this means that Pew will not get the kill. No more Contra the Inferno. Now he wants to fight. He steps in a bad neighborhood and he's gonna be taken out for sure. Indonesia fights something out of nothing. Even if they lose the inhibitor top, they have the chance to take the Lord now.
Yeah, actually, everyone's still alive for Team Indonesia to get this Lord. So that was actually good backup coming from Seiko of Team Indonesia. We've mentioned Seiko's fatal links earlier. Really on point. For Philippines, on the team fight, Cartesi wasn't there. They opted to go for the inhibitor turret because they know that the damage for Indonesia is already here for the carry. This is the Lord we are talking about. Rich Jaya is out of position, but he goes in for Cartesi. Flat TZ dives in. Oh my god, the damage is there. He is down. Lord has been taken by Export. Just down, a the heroes actually for Team Philippines if they want to go for a team fight, and they are down against Indonesia, who has just taken the Lord.
MMR is just a number, says Gold Lead is just a number for us. Time and time again, we're seeing Team Indonesia mount these big comebacks, and they have almost gotten into the gold economy of Team Philippines just a little bit, and they'll even it up. In fact, we can honestly say that they are leading by now when it comes to the momentum, to say the least. They still have to climb though. They don't have inhibitor up top. They need to still push, and Team Philippines definitely will not give this up. But man, what a potential comeback this is from Team Indonesia if they do secure this.
Yes, and actually, you know what's difficult here for Philippines is if they're facing a lineup that has the PNK, that has a lot of immortalities. If Cartesi doesn't burst out the heroes, or actually if he gets a kill,
Oh,
another fatalist, guys. Full story, guys. Black TC is just down. We have the inhibitor turned down for Team Philippines. We have 6 players actually, including the dog, for Indonesia out of this game. Cartesi almost low on life. The dog is just there. Milagros kills. You is gonna get a kill for Team Philippines. You're Shia with an immortality.